Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kim and this is channel messages, sort of. This is maybe also me pulling some cards. I don't know. I just wanted to record something. It won't be too long. I want to talk about a few things. And discuss some predictions and discuss Kamala's book and her future, and maybe look at some other things. I'm not quite sure. So I'm playing it by ear, but we're here. I hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope you are having a manageable week. We are on a launch pad, in a sense. This week will be quite quiet. There'll be some rumbling, some buzzing that will flow into next week, which will be crazy. But I did do a video regarding this upcoming week. Some good stuff in there, so go check it out if you haven't already. Okay. Before I get started, everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is for informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged, even in the comments. If you want a personal reading from me, you can click more in the description of this video and a link will be there, or you can email me moonlightenergy15@gmail.com and I can give you the link. Okay. All right. So, there's just so much going on, as you all could very well see. I mean, some of you maybe not if you're not looking at the news. I glean the news very quickly just to see everything and go on about my business. And, you know, same old, same old. Same old, same old. We still do not have a floor. We still don't have a floor. This administration is doing what it's doing. I mean, it's just a lot. That's it. That's all. I don't have to. I don't have to go into it, right? Right, guys. Right. We all know what we're waiting for. We all know what we want for this to be, to move on, but ultimately for us to be okay. And, for us to heal through this and really change. That's what ultimately we have to do, is change. We can't go back. We can't go when this is over and through all the chaos that we will experience, to get to the other side of it. We can't go backwards. We just can't. So I'm excited for the end. I know that there will be so much in between to getting to where we need to be, but I'm like, the frustration and the anger. I feel a lot of anger when I let myself really be in this, just not on the surface. I get so angry. Like a burning sort of anger. Oh man, so much anger. But anyway, just thought I'd share that. I know a lot of you can relate. It's very frustrating, but I also see in the energy the tide turning. I see people becoming more spiritually aligned, even more, which is just so wonderful. I have been noticing in the energy, as I'm sitting here right now touching on it, the anger is there, but honestly it really feels things feel less complacent. It feels like people are starting to become aware that something is happening. Something is happening. Something is happening, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. I'm just pushing this camera back. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna fix that. But it doesn't feel this sort of like complacent energy is shifting into something else, and I kind of can't wait to see what that something else is. I have an idea. It's a number of things, but I like that energetically we are shifting out of this feeling of complacency, even this feeling of dread. Even though my physical self, when I look at things, I'm like, man. But then I it's like it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. These things that have been happening with this, currently, presently, it's just like, really, we're still there. Anyway, I'm getting off. It's unbelievable, and I'm looking at these things, but deep down, there's a feeling of knowing, like, this will be okay. That sort of punches through the feeling of, like, that feeling of anger and frustration, and you just kind of want to know how, because things are just so unfair, and when you have situations like this, they're literally trying to destroy everything and everyone. They're trying to strip our democracy, and they have on some parts. It's so mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing. So, anyway, I've been talking for 7 minutes, and I want to share. I had a little conversation with my spirit guides, and mainly Edgar Casey, and I was asking him, with updates about what's going on with Donald Trump, and him peacing out. And I asked when what's the timeline now, and I was told 6 months. I mean, not 6 months, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. 6 weeks, I was told. Clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. And these cards came out. Six weeks. And these cards just came out in August and fall time. They fell out as I begin to shuffle. Something's happening now, for certain. Something's happening now. I was told that his health will take a sudden dip, a sudden turn. Really bad. And I did some scrying in my mirror, my scrying mirror, and I asked to show me his end, and I'm not quite sure. I mean, I saw a lot of things, but I kept seeing a person It looked like a woman. It looked like a woman in a white coat, actually. It looked like a woman in a white coat. And Edgar is saying it is a woman in a white coat. I saw the images were flashing so quickly. It looked like someone I saw an outline of a body. At one point it kind of looked, I just was darkness. I saw the outline though. I saw the outline and then I started to sort of tear up. I didn't feel sad. My eyes just started tearing. And so that's what I saw when I asked about that. Edgar saying you saw a bed. I did see a bed. When the image, it was so clear. I had never seen, when I scry, sometimes the image is clear, like I'm looking at a picture or a video. Sometimes I could see things in color. Most times I don't see things in color. Most times I'll see things, well, no, that's not true. I do see things in color, but not the color of, let's say if I see a tree, it will look like the outline will look different. It will look pink or blue, like flame. But I know what I'm looking at. But when I see a person, I don't usually see them. I just see a shadow, but I know it's a person. But this image of this woman came in so clear, I started tearing up. She came in three separate times when I asked about his end. And the woman had brown skin, and she had a white, like a lab coat. Maybe it was a doctor, I don't know. Was it a doctor? Said yes. So 6 weeks. It's October. Into October. Right? We're going into August. Or the end of September. So at the end of September. Man. We'll see what happens. But it felt so, it was like, oh yeah, it felt real and on point. I don't predict things, but lately I have been, and they've been happening. So, let's see what happens with that man. I talked about Kamala with Edgar before I press record as well, and I asked him, will there be something revealing in that book that will shock people? And he said yes. He said it will, what did he say? He said it will be, he said it won't be something disappointing. And he said it will kind of also be a little bit tongue-in-cheek. And he also said it will be her discussing her acceptance of the results, but an underlying sort of message that she knows what really happened. So that'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to get her book. It's coming out September 23rd. And I want to read it from cover to cover. I mean, so many people just really want her. I also asked him, I said, will she be president? And he said yes. Oh, no, I asked, is it her destiny to be president? And he said yes and no. And then I said, will she be president? He said, it is her destiny. She will be, but she'll be more than that. Her destiny is to be more than that. And then he said, she may have, I don't know how this will happen. He said again, they will come to her. They will want her. The people will want her. And then he said, what did he say? Give me a second. Oh, yes. He said, she may have, it's possible she could have 3 terms, which I don't know how that would happen. I don't know, but he mentioned something about her, like diplomacy or her world, like the world's view of her, the world would want her, sort of thing. And it felt, you could just feel the energy. You could feel the energy of this moment. It's going to be very, very important. As she's doing this tour, she's adding cities because they're selling out. It's so amazing. And it's almost like she's running again. All that energy will come back with Kamala. So those are nice things. That's pretty cool. So that's what Edgar told me. I'll leave this here. Let's read on Trump's health. Let's use this deck. Let's do that. Let's see how he's doing. Why not? Okay, Edgar. I just make sure these are in order. Maybe I should do some reversals. Maybe I should, but I don't really have to. Let me fix this camera because I don't like this angle. Okay. It's still crooked and it's very disturbing. It's disturbing me. I feel like we're on a slant here. Because this is crooked. Okay. Alright, that's as good as it's gonna get because I'm tired. Okay. So let's take a look at his health. Alright, so before I pull, I'm gonna shuffle and Donald Trump's health. Can you show me what his current physical health is looking like? If you can. I could hear Frederick Douglass talking to me, and he is saying, for those of you who don't know, Frederick Douglass is also one of my spirit guides, and he is saying Trump is a man without time. And I remember being told that long ago when I did channel messages. He's a man without time. He's saying, this is how he speaks. Trump is a man without time. Trump is a man without time. And I hear my other spirit guide saying, oh, his health is atrocious. And that is B speaking. Sometimes when I do this work, excuse the mess in this corner here. I have a lot going on here. But a lot of ducks happening in this corner. But sometimes when I do this work, I'm like, when I was feeling down and out the last few weeks, disconnected and, exhausted. Like I couldn't read the cards. I was like, am I crazy? Crazy, quote unquote. Am I going insane? But sometimes, most times when I'm talking to guides, and they tell me things, and it's just moments in my life that affirms, like, no, this is very real. Donald Trump's health. I asked one of my spirit guides, it's also Archangel Raphael, and one of the things he deals in is your physical, your health. He's the one that tells me you're doing too much, you have to slow down, just stop. Take a break, take a rest, take a beat. And he said, I asked him about Donald Trump. He said, overindulgence is his master. He is not connected to his physical body. Which could mean a number of things. But let's see, Donald Trump's health. Can you guys show me in the cards, please? Alright. So 2 of Swords on the bottom there. King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit. Justice. 5 of Wands. Death. Okay. Magician. Knight of Cups. Let me fix this camera once more. It's like... Magician, Knight of Cups. All right, very interesting. We have the Moon. We have Queen of Cups, King of Cups. This is what I got before. Pulled on a live, I believe. The last live, last Saturday. If I can remember correctly. 7 of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. His health is just, you know. Yeah, if it's facing me. The Hermit. Justice. Five of Wands. And Death. Okay. They don't know what's wrong with him. It's not that. I think I worded that wrong, but that's the initial feeling that I got when I was pulling the cards. You have the Magician as, you know. These cards are showing me a mixture. It's interesting because they're not showing me his perspective. They're showing me what's happening. They're not, usually when I pull on this person, the cards I pull is from his, they show me his reality and what's really happening. But now I'm just being shown what is really happening, and it feels like he is in reality in some sense. He's facing some reality. Tell me the ultimate energy regarding his health. Is the outcome regarding his health? If you can. That card comes up again, and it's this card. I saw the Empress, which, you know, someone taking care of him. Interesting. Five of Swords on the bottom. Five of Swords. And the Knight again. The Page and the Knight. And the Nine of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. And Archangel Raphael said, overindulgence is his master. He thinks he can continue on this way. He's not in reality with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles here. He is the greedy merchant. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about, it's not a, it's a card about contentment and satisfaction, but also overindulgence, luxuriating, smugness. I have this well in hand, he's saying here, the Nine of Cups. These cards speak to a physical imbalance. It speaks to uncertainty. He's uncertain emotionally. Those around him are uncertain. King of Cups. Is that the King of Cups with swords? Yeah, King of Cups. There's some emotional uncertainty. Confusion. He's even confused emotionally. You have the Page of Cups here too. This, when I said they don't know what's wrong with him, the Magician and the Page of Cups, they're trying new treatments. They're trying, to figure out. These are the doctors. These are the people treating him. Let's see what the pendulum says. Does the Magician in this reading represent doctors treating Donald Trump? Saying yes. It's moving so hard. I could feel the energy pushing it like crazy. Okay. Yes. Right here. And they're trying new creative treatments with the Page of Cups here, hoping, maybe it'll work. This is them, the Magician. The treatment, the intelligence, It's like, it feels like a Hail Mary. Because you move here. They're not sure if it'll work with the moon. There's uncertainty and confusion. And the Queen of Cups here. Like I said, emotional uncertainty. This is his energy, too. He's uncertain. Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. This is this here is his way of honestly, this really feels like him. It's like nine of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. He's saying this Seven of Wands is, standing your ground, asserting your power, your, protecting yourself. And he's saying that this protects, it feels like throwing money or saying, look at the same head tilt. Like he's saying, I'm secure, or I'm protected because of my power, or I'm stable. This is a fight. This is fighting. And it's right below the Death card. Doesn't feel, the Two of Swords are on the bottom here. Oh no, it's the Five of Swords. And you have the Seven of Cups here. And the Seven of Swords. I knew that energy was there. It feels like denial, this energy. The Seven of Wands feels like you're denying something. To me, that's what it feels like. Let me get some validation. That's what it feels like. Yeah, yes. See? Refusing to acknowledge challenges or opposition. You know, it's defensive. Standing against the truth. That's what this feels like. Because he's saying, you know, I'm protected, or I got the power, I have support, or, you know, I'm stable. That's what it feels like he's saying here. But the 10 of Pentacles comes up in reverse. This is disharmony. You're not okay. You're not secure. You're not stable. Your legacy is in peril here. And the Hermit and Justice is here. And 5 of Wands. And then Death. Is this a literal death? Let's see. Does the death card in this reading represent a literal death? A literal physical death? Saying yes. Okay, clear center. The Hermit and Justice. The Hermit is about taking a step back, viewing your options. You're in a fork in the road. You may have some choices to make. It really feels like, quite honestly, it feels like he's thinking about something. But he's not, the moon is here. He's not aware. He has no awareness. And it feels like here, the Hermit and Justice Spirit is saying, because the 5 of Swords was there, I just didn't pull it. It feels like, in the 5 of Wands is here, it feels like don't cut corners or don't cheat. I keep hearing don't cheat death, but it's like it's almost like it's saying contemplate your purpose, or contemplate how you want the rest of this to play out with justice there. You know, also there could be some imbalance there. It's like this is a warning, in a sense, that maybe even his own guides, or look, the Hierophant is there. Give me a clarifier for Justice and the Hermit. Please give me a clarifier. Page of Wands. See, that seems like it's the message. You have to be discerning at this point. You have to think about your purpose. Ten of Pentacles is in reverse here. It's about your legacy. It's about where you're going. Your stability, your security. Things are out of balance. Eight of Wands. Knight of Wands. All these wands. All these wands. All these wands. It's literally the message. There's a Two of Swords again. There's a Seven of Cups. It's very much, the message is very much, maybe even get your affairs in order. Don't ignore this. Don't be impulsive. You are not young anymore. You cannot throw your staff in the air. You can't cut corners. You have to be let's see here. Does the Hermit, Justice, and Page of Wands represent this statement? Get your affairs in order. Is saying yes. Whoop. Think about where you want to go, or think about how you want to continue to proceed in life. You're at a fork in the road here. You are going to another level. Five of Wands is some conflict here. He doesn't know what to do. And so neither does his people. And death. Transition. Moving on. Letting go of things. He's fighting it. The Five of Wands next to it, perhaps. Fighting change. Well, I didn't know I would end up doing this, but pretty locked in now, huh? Pretty locked in. I just want 3 cards on. How is he feeling truly about, I've talked about this, and he ignores, he denies. Look, Two of Swords wants to come out. It keeps showing up. Denial. How does he feel about his current health status? Look, Seven of Swords, all of those wanted to come out. We'll see what happens. Having a hard time shuffling. How does he feel about his health? Seven of Pentacles is on the bottom. And the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Let's just make sure. The Moon. All right. Queen of Cups, the Moon. These came out before. Knight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. I said 3 cards, but this is telling me a story here. Eight of Cups. So many cups. He's very emotional about this. And now he's trying to figure it out. He's Eight of Cups. A lot of uncertainty. The Emperor. He has a lot of uncertainty regarding his health. He's very emotional about it. He is trying to... He wants to gain control of it. This must be serious if he is serious. Look. Queen of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Strength. Ten of Swords. Yeah. The High Priestess. This tells a story. This tells a story. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's like here, right here. This here. Okay? Emotionally, he's uncertain. He's very emotional. And you would think he wouldn't be. Given that he doesn't have a lot of emotion. But he does, actually. He's quite... Anyway. Here. He is seeing... He is... I said, show me deep down. Deep down, he knows what it is. A lot of uncertainty. Okay, and then here with the Knight of Cups. Or is that the page? Can't see. Give me. I think it's the page. Okay, page. Once again, the Page of Cups. And the Eight of Pentacles. He is hoping. Okay, I hope whatever these new treatments they're trying, I hope it works. Eight of Pentacles he is very focused on that, quite honestly. He's hoping this, it feels like, let me just ask, is he hoping that he's relying rather on these treatments without necessarily making changes? As someone said, that's B. That's exactly what he's doing. And someone else said it's a shame. You know, Page of Cups it's about intuition. And these two cards are Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups. However, the Moon is here. So he's uncertain. But here it's like he's relying on this, whatever this new treatment is, to get him stable, to feel secure, to expand the way he wants to. He's very focused, hyper-focused on that here. But the Page of Cups sort of denotes also not being real, not being realistic. So, mm, mm. uh, the Eight of Cups and the Emperor. He's looking to heal. He wants to be healed. He's saying, again, I have power. I'm protected. That's what he's saying. Mm. It's like he is walking. He is. Eight of Cups is going towards something, even though things are uncertain. He is sure he'll be okay. Okay? But he doesn't know. He's afraid. He's afraid. Queen of Cups. There's no wands here. There's is all cups. And swords. Queen of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And strength. He doesn't have strength. He's saying my body's betraying me. I hear him saying that. This is the Five of Pentacles this is his card always, the victim mentality card, okay? And you tell yourself, why has it happened to me? Why is this always, you feel a sense of lack. And it's in between the Queen of Cups and strength. He has all these cups, like I said, King and Queen. And it's in between here. And he feels both upset, emotionally unstable, and a lack of strength. Because you have the Ten of Swords here. I mean, this is a major card. It could also denote him saying, like, I'm a fight. Sure. Ten of Swords in between strength and the High Priestess. Quite honestly, this is really the Ten of Swords here. This is very spiritual with the High Priestess. And I keep thinking about what he said regarding, he said, I want to get into heaven, even though he didn't mean to say that. That was God telling him, according to my spirit guide. God spoke through him and made him say those words. I'm just getting validation real quick. Right. Okay. I understand. It's like this card is about intuition, as are as these cups, all of these cups is about intuition, okay? The moon says you're getting messages. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Words. you get messages with the moon. Things aren't feel uncertain with the moon. Things are in the dark. You can't really see. And the high priestess is, you could see, right? And so this is where he is. And he's getting messages from the universe. He's getting messages that he ignores his whole entire life. He has ignored the warnings, the messages, the chances, This is the message here. Okay? And so when you move up here with the high priestess, he's facing a painful situation with the Ten of Swords. And it's at its end. It is. Tens equals you're at the end of a painful situation. It's painful. And this year is saying, what I feel is what this is saying. You need to turn to your spiritual, because you are not doing okay. This is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. It reminds me of, I can't remember the name of the show. It's a Netflix show. What is it called? There's so many Netflix shows about vampires. Is that it? Midnight Mass. And one of the characters in there was so pious, obnoxiously pious, and would talk about heaven and hell often. And I won't spoiler alert. Well, it's a spoiler alert. Just watch the show if you haven't. But the priest returns from somewhere, and he was turned into a vampire, and he turns the entire town. But it's because through this woman, I wouldn't call her, was she a nun? She was a nun. She was so pious, and she believed that this thing brought her closer, would bring everyone closer to God. Anyway, long story short, the sun was, all the vampires somehow couldn't get indoors. Can't remember, but the sun was coming up, and she was fearless throughout the whole show. Just pious and obnoxious and corrupt and evil. But she used her belief in God and her religion as a shield, as a weapon against people. And she turned into a vampire. She wanted that. And at the end of her life, when the sun was coming up, she was on the beach. She was trying to bury herself in this. She was so afraid of dying because she had this power, and she was afraid. She was trying to bury her head or her body, screaming in fear. And this is what this reminds me of. Sorry if that was bleak. She always talked about getting into the kingdom of heaven, and she knew she did so many wrong things. It's not for us to judge. It's not for me to judge what their judgment is. If you believe in that, I do. Both places, I do. But that's what I want to get into heaven. That's what that reminded. There's a lot of emotional instability here with this person, with him. He wouldn't he wouldn't though. He wouldn't. That's what, man, when someone is born and they are tapped to carry as much power as he was given, and you just use it that way, I don't know. You're gonna have to do some sort of review. It's gonna be long. Anyway, look, these want to come out again. Alright, what will happen when he's gone? What will be the status of the United States? What will happen to us? What will be? Can you show me, please? Can you show me? It's late, but you know what? I feel like the nighttime is... The reading is very strong. Oh, goodness. Hold on. My arms are getting tired. Struggling. Chariot. What will happen? Chariot came out. What will happen when he's gone? Physically from this world. What will happen to the US? What will be the status here? Whew. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Are these people upright? I can't tell. I never with this card. For some reason, there's too many pentacles. I need it. Can't see the people. Can't see if things are upside. It's upside down. It is. These people are not right side up. So it goes this way. 10 Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Temperance. Healing. Balance. Two of Wands. The Devil. The Devil. The Devil. I'm covering up the naked people. What will happen to the US? Six of Cups, always. Always comes out. The Empress. The Empress. A way forward. Creation, rebirth. Plans that were discarded is being brought back. Okay, let me shuffle some more. Those are two similar cards. If they come up again, those are our cards. Oh my goodness. Things about to be crazy. Things about to be. Eight of Wands. Quick progression, quick movement. This goes over here. Strength. Transformation, strength and death. The Magician, Four Swords, Ace of Wands. There'll be some chaos with the devil here. Power Vacuum, the Magician, Four Swords, Ace of Wands. The ultimate outcome here for that. Ten of Wands. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. They said this is... Wheel of Fortune is there. Ten of Swords. Yeah. Painful ending. 2 tens. Rebuilding. Expansion. Forward movement. No, it's, you know, this devil is the chaos. Yeah. And people with the power here underneath the devil. People may not want to relinquish power. Okay. So there's some good stuff, but there's some there's what's the word? Some struggle. The Strength card on top of the devil and the Magician on the bottom. The Strength card here is a good signal because the Strength card is about not forcing things to happen forcefully. It's gentle. It's, you know, the message of the Strength card is like, it'll come, it'll happen. It's about resilience and persistence, never giving up, continuing on, pushing forward. And the devil is here with the Strength card on top. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the wheel could turn. We're gonna see Kamala again. It's really, I honestly feel as though, I feel like her 6 weeks, if that does happen. And her book is coming out the 23rd. 6 weeks is the end of September. Can you imagine the timing of that? I'm just gonna do one real quick. Actually, let me use this deck. Show me Kamala. Show me her book tour. How is she going to be doing? Can you show me? Show me that, please. Feels exciting. I could see her. You know what? That thing, that image that I saw of her, that could be what we all saw. Of her speaking to a huge crowd of people. I will always see it and hear her say, "Here we are." That could have been the book tour that we saw. That's so fascinating. Very fascinating. What time is it? Okay, I have time. 6 of Pentacles. My right ear is ringing. 4 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. 6 of Cups, her mother. 8 of Swords. We have the Tower here. Seven of Wands. It's gonna be shocking in her book. This goes here. Ace of Wands. Knight of Cups. Everyone wants her. People will flock to her. People will buy her books. Will be shocking. This isn't a Tower moment. This is her shaking the table. Two of Cups, Three of Cups. Three of Wands. Three of Wands. And Ten of Pentacles. That's her legacy. That is her. Give me a clarifier for the Tower. Eight of Swords there, wanting to, but the Seven of Wands is on top. She may even say people want her to be quiet. She may even say that. But I won't. The Seven of Wands. Maybe I was seeing the future and thinking it was something else. Because these are her cards that constantly come out. That thing I saw her doing, building something, making something, grabbing that folder and bringing it back to her. That's me. Nine of Cups. Yep. Temperance as a clarifier. Page of Wands. It feels like I heard she won't care. King of Swords. And the Nine of Cups on the bottom. Man. Elevation. Healing. The Tower and the and Temperance. Balance. She'll be saying a lot, or her book will be saying a lot. Tower, means that this, in this instance, it doesn't feel like a moment. I'm looking at all the other surrounding cards. Feels like something will be shocking. She'll shake the table up. Just wait till it stops moving. Does the Tower here represent Kamala shaking things up? Does the Tower in this reading represent Kamala shaking things up? Okay, clear the center. I'm holding it strange. It feels strange in my hands. Does the Tower here represent something surprising or shocking in her book? Does it represent something surprising or shocking in her books? Maybe. Maybe it won't be shocking or surprising to us. That's why it's circling no, maybe. Okay. Either way, she's gonna be good. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Cups, her mother spirit next to her. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Emotional stability. Inspired action. Speaking. Sharing news. The Hierophant, elevation. Three of Wands, I mean. Waiting for something to come in. Going overseas. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's it. That's all I got for you guys. So there you have it. We'll see what happens. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't. I will see you on Thursday for Q&A with Edgar. And take care of yourself. Okay? Like the video. Bye.